Hi guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Today's topic is all about backpacks. What to look for, which one to get, when to get it. And just because of that, I went through my first few backpacks that I have ever had. And we're going to go over them one by one. Now, when you go through a backpack of any bushcrafter, there's going to be a lot of different things in it. The things that I take with me are not the same things that somebody else will take with them. And the volume, of course, is very different every time. Now, when you are simply going on a day hike just to have a good time, of course you don't need a very big, heavy backpack with you. You can easily do with a small one without any extra features. But if you want some more luxury, there's always options, of course. Now, when you are an aspiring bushcrafter and you're just about to get your first backpack, there's a few things that you really want to look out for. You probably already have a couple of things that you want to take with you at all time. So that is a certain amount of volume. It has to fit in the backpack, of course. So this green one right here, that's actually the one that I started out with back when I had just a very few basic items to take with me, and it served its purpose nicely. But as it was also very basic stuff, it got heavy really fast. And well, this particular backpack does not have a chest strap, does not have a waist strap. So all the weight inside it came on the shoulder straps. And that gets really boring really fast. Because when the weight is on your shoulders constantly and you're hiking for, let's say, 20 miles, this is going to push down by the force of gravity. So that one is out. So we have two left now. Big one and a smaller one. And the amount of time I want to spend outdoors determines which one I'm taking with me. When it's just a one-nighter, I take the smaller one. When it's longer or I need more stuff with me, I take the big one. Now, in basics, these two are alike. Well, not completely, of course, but they both have a few features. Let's just show that. There's a mesh rope on the front. You can hide things behind it, make sure they don't get away. At the back, you can see the waist strap, and there's of course the chest strap. Now, the purpose of these waist straps and chest straps is to divide the force that is pulling the backpack down, gravity of course, and divide it over your body. Also make sure with the chest strap that because of the weight and you will walking, the bag won't be flapping around constantly. A waist strap is meant to take a little bit of the weight off your shoulders, transfer it to your hips, because that's where you can take the most weight, and that makes it a lot more comfortable. So when it comes to volume, when it comes to volume, what you want to take with you, there's always a couple of items that you take with you standard. But as said before, every bushcrafter takes different things with him. So I just took a few simple, basic things to show volume. There are not things that you would typically take with you, but just for demonstration purposes. So there's 2 bottles of water. These are 1.5 liters each. A lunchbox, because sometimes you want to take some lunch with you, of course. 1 bushcraft knife. The simple blue folder. A multi-tool. The simple mesh hammock. Never forget your first aid kit, of course. This is the very first sleeping bag that I have ever taken out with me. A tarp, And for the purpose of demonstrating this volume altogether, I've made a box of souvenirs. I'm not sure if you guys take a lot of souvenirs with you when you come out of the forest. I used to do that a lot, especially some sticks that I have been carving. So that takes up volume as well when you come back out. So here it goes. This little backpack has two main compartments. So let's see what we can fit in them. Let's start with the water. Again, this is not the right way to pack up a backpack, of course, but it's just for demonstration purposes of volume. Don't mock me about it. Aside of the water, we want to take a lunchbox. In it goes. You can see it's already starting to fill up nicely in here. First aid kit. A mesh hammock. The tools. Let's just shove them in there. And then, well, we'll call this compartment good because it will hardly close already. So that's that one. You can see that there's hardly any room left in the other compartment. So we're not going to be able to fit the tarp, the sleeping bag or the souvenirs. So out. Now this biggest bag that I have here for the demonstration purposes also has that mesh up front, just like the smaller one. And it has a lot of extra straps to which I will come in a minute. On top, there's of course a waterproof flap, and this entire bag is made of very durable, water-resistant material. The inside is lined with waterproof material, so your stuff doesn't get wet. Also, this has a pouch in which you can store stuff you need really fast, or documents, whatever you like. Now when you open the main compartment, the first thing that you notice is another waterproof flap, and of course that gets covered with the top, so that makes sure that you don't get anything wet when it's raining. Then there's a bottom compartment which also has a waterproof flap that separates the main compartment from the bottom compartment. You can, of course, you can open it if you have really large items you want to take with you, but let's just assume that we don't need that right now. Let's see what we can fit in here. Now when you're packing your backpack, you want to make sure that you have the heaviest items as close to you as possible, because that distributes the weight right above your hips. So in goes the water, straight down. First aid kit. I usually keep that on top, but I want to fit as much in the main compartment here right now, to show you guys the differences between the sizes of backpacks and how to make the most of your volume. The hammock, the tools, the knife. Look at that, it's only half full. So this time I can take my souvenirs. Now, this has been filled up nicely, so let's close this one for now. Let's close that top compartment. Don't we need it today? Clip it. And flip it. Now, this compartment has been separated and there are a few theories about why this is. The first one is to separate clean clothes from dirty clothes, wet clothes from dry clothes, but also when you pack up your backpack, you want to keep some of the lightest material at the bottom. And some people, they strap their sleeping mat or their sleeping bag underneath the backpack, which is also a possibility with this version. But I like to keep it inside where I am sure that it's dry, because I don't have a waterproof bag to go with the sleeping bag. Never have, by the way. Then the only thing left is the tarp, and we can put it underneath the straps. We can put it underneath the backpack altogether, or we can strap it on top. Let's do that for now. So here we are. We're going to make the tarp stay on top of the backpack. Now, first thing you want to do is get these straps on top quite large, so you can fit anything through it. Then just get it through there loosely. And simply adjust the straps to make sure everything stays put. You don't want to lose your stuff while you're out playing. Now, as you are tugging and getting these really tight, sometimes you have to rotate the straps a little bit to make sure you don't run into the, what do you call them, eyes? If you do, they give you the illusion that you are tight, but you're not, in fact. Now, this is not going anywhere, but still, we still have room left. So what will it take to fill up this bag then? Well, I've taken a few more items, and they're going to go in right now. Now, as mentioned before, we still have this top compartment which is hiding the flap. You can put documents in it. Well, for now I'm going to put in the folding saw and an extra knife, gloves, piece of paracord, the fire steel from the first video, and I've taken out a foldable shovel. Quite a nifty little thing this. Quite heavy also, but it does the trick nonetheless. Whenever you need a shovel, it is going to be there. Very sturdy actually. But I think this is going into the main compartment because we still had some room left, of course, there. And at the bottom there's a little bit of wiggle room because there's only a sleeping bag in there. Come on. But that's in it, and I still got room. It is getting quite heavy though. Let's put it on. Now, when you fitted everything inside your backpack, there is of course a few other straps that are still flying about. These are to compact your load. Just click them and get them in nice and tight. This ensures that everything stays in place. That's it. Doesn't do anything else. So let's put it on and make sure it fits comfortably. shoulder straps. Make sure they load evenly. And you don't want to have more weight on one shoulder compared to the other. Close the chest strap and adjust it so that you feel some of the weight being lifted off your shoulders and onto your hips. Chest strap, close the tube. And adjust if needed. Now usually of course I have a coat underneath here, so it's a little bit loose, but there you have it. Just a little bit more adjustment on my shoulder strap right now, because there's, I don't know, 25 kilo in here. I don't feel a thing. I can march all day with this here, and so can you. Now, if you have any questions about size, choice, purchase of a backpack, just leave it somewhere in the comments down below. And of course, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so that every time that I have a new item, you're the first to know. That's it for now. Thank you guys. See you next time. Bye bye.